Am I the only one here tonight? Shaking my head and thinking something ain't right. Is it just me? Am I losing my mind? Am I standing on the edge of the end of time? Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not. Who thinks they're taking all the good we got and turning it bad? Hell, I'll be damned. I think I'm turning into my old man. Am I the only one willing to bleed? Or take a bullet for being free? Screaming what the hell at my TV for telling me, yeah, you're telling me that I'm the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue. Burning on the ground, another statue coming down in a town near you. Watching the threads of old glory come undone. Am I the only one not brainwashed? Making my way through the land of the lost, sees it as it is and worries about the kids as I try to undo all the things he did. Am I the only one? Can't take no more screaming. If you don't like it, there's the friggin' door. This ain't the freedom we've been fighting for. Yeah, it was something more. Yeah, it was something more. Am I the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue? Burning on the ground, another statue coming down in a town near you. Watching the threads of old glory come undone. I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one. Am I the only one? Quit singing along every time they play the Springsteen song. Am I the only one sitting here, still holding on, holding back my tears for the ones who paid with the lives they gave? God bless the USA. I'm not the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue. Burning on the ground, another statue coming down in a town near you. Watching the threads of old glory come undone. I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one.
What? Look at that. It's two dudes. One dude chilling, one dude drinking right now.
Having my hot tea.
Yeah. Hot tea. Wink, wink. Right?
Yeah, it's got a little rum in it.
A little rum, a little scotch, whatever. It's all right,
It's
Alan.
actually cognac.
Oh.
The last day of my code, I can only make an excuse one more day. Cocktails in the afternoon.
So, cocktails in the afternoon, like say it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, folks, it's great to see you. This is Two Dudes Chillin. We're having a good time, and we're gonna have a lot of fun here. And I'm making an announcement on our schedule next week, which will be awesomeness. I'll be out of town, but I will still be doing every single thing I mention on here. So it'll be really, really fun. And Alan's getting to work on some stuff that he's going to release soon, which I'm very excited about. You guys should really pay attention to his channel and look forward. While we're at it, Alan, tell everybody where your channel is.
My channel on Rumble is Fountain of Truth Media on Rumble, and also BitChute, but primarily Rumble. I also have a Twitter account that I'll post to, which is Alan Fountain 8, and I also have Facebook, Alan Fountain of Truth Media. So those would be the three primary places, and also on Telegram, which is Fountain of Truth Media.
How about your blog?
On my blog, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose my blog. I've come to trust that the content that I have is pretty consistent with what's going around with a lot of these people that are in intelligence and coming like Jan Halper Hayes, etc. So I'm going to re-release some of this stuff that we knew 4 and 5 years ago. And the blog is GF, the number 4, JUSTICE.com. And in there, I have 100 articles, but I'm going to break them down and about 125 podcasts. And I'm going to put them in little topic-friendly categories and release them in small 6-minute, 5-minute, whatever sound bites.
Normally you wouldn't get excited about repurposing, but I'll tell you what, guys, he's being humble. He wrote about this stuff 4 or 5 years ago that people are now writing as if it's some revelation that they just found. I've told you that I've been down that road myself, but you should. So you go when you see what Alan's going to be releasing. I think guys going to be really, really excited to see it. It'll be like you say, back in the consciousness.
I talked about Diddy literally 2.5 years, 3 years ago. I exposed Diddy and Beyonce for their human trafficking in their private island, and now it's coming out with Jaguar Wright and. So we were about 3 years ahead.
I could say I never want to see Diddy or Beyonce exposed.
Yeah. Oh, you don't? You want to? You like Cowboy Carter?
Yeah, I mean, not my thing.
You want to? You mean exposed? No E, but all X.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I expect the chat to light up with laughing faces. So great. It's great to be here, guys. Just real quick, I want to do some business. Let me see if I can. This is fun for me because we have a different setup here. So you're going to see me go out of screen and in screen, right? Boom. Hey, there he is. All right. Hi, my name is Louis Herms again. Anyways, what you see on your screen is Verity Metals. This is Matt Geiger's company. Had a great conversation with Matt today. Phenomenal guy. He really treats y'all correct. So if you really want to move money into precious metals, whether it's maybe you just want to buy one coin, or maybe you have an IRA to move, you want to store stuff at home, or maybe you want to have a location to store stuff. He does it all. Very, very reasonable rates is one of the reasons why I'm doing business with him, because I believe I'm not saying anything about any podcasters that are out there. I'll just say there's a lot of companies out there that, wow, they rake you over the coals. So I really appreciate what Matt does. And you can call him directly. He'll spend time with you, talk about Patriot shit too, which is cool. So call 480-717-9081. That's Matt Geiger, 480-717-9081. All right. So I think you said you may have a topic of the day today, or is it the word of the day? Which one do you want to start with first?
We'll start with the word of the day. We were chatting the other day, and this word just kept popping up, and we both kind of said, what the hell does it mean? And the word was zeitgeist. And I've heard it kind of used a little bit lately. And so what the zeitgeist is like you think back in the during Woodstock. So you would say back in the 60s, the zeitgeist was Woodstock. So we might say the zeitgeist of now would possibly be the pandemic, or the zeitgeist might be the 17 MAGA movement, of this era. So it's kind of used of what is the element of consciousness for that period.
Beautiful. And the zeitgeist could be a lot of talk about CPS stealing children.
Yep.
And so perfect timing. I'm reading in chat, a great friend of the SBG family here, September. Hi, September. I need to remember, send me a picture of the art that you may be selling. See if I could help you out. Anyways, she wrote here, which I think is wonderful. I'm going to read verbatim in chat. She said, "We had an exciting win in court today, too. About 30 of us showed up to support a couple that CPS took their 9-day-old baby because they had him unassisted at home, and with 5 minutes, the case was dropped." Beautiful. And she says dropped. Just awesome. So great work, September. This is what we're talking about, guys. When people stand in their power, and when we go into force, they don't want to deal with us. I'm telling you, these are cowards that they're dealing with. They only want to deal with the people that roll over. So you have to stand up. Great example, September, and we definitely appreciate you giving us an update on that case. So that's the word of the day.
That's the word, but her topic rolls into what my talk of the week is for me personally.
Cool.
Which is, I happen to view a podcast, Patrick Bet David, who has a large audience, maybe a couple million views. This one lady, her name is Annika Lucas. She was trained as a sex spy from age 10. David Rockefeller of the Rockefeller family had acquired her along with other children. And what he was doing is he was personally training them to be his spies to go out and meet with other elite billionaires, world leaders. And what he wanted her to do, her task was to find out what their proclivities were so that he could either offer these billionaires that type of service or either use it in blackmail if they turned on him.
Yeah.
So this is what her role was. And this resonated with me when I look back over my life and realize that's when I'm kind of being groomed at the same time at age and trying to figure out what my journey was. But Patrick David, being the type of interviewer that he is, political, hard-nosed, he was having a difficult time navigating his way with this conversation. She was very eloquent in how she articulated it. He came across a little bit judgmental in that kind of blaming her, why do you wait till they die? He was trying to inspire her to name names that are currently alive. And she didn't name that. She was very respectful of her story. And she told the truth. And for someone like myself, I 100% believe her. But he was wanting, the names and the goods but I would like to see him put some of that that power he has. He's worth $350 million. And he says his platform is to expose these bastards. I would love to be on his show and, and tell the truth. But my happiness for this week is to see this large audience getting this topic, and it's out in the zeitgeist right now. Human trafficking, pedophilia, doing what was done to Roseanne, what was done to Kathy O'Brien, Laura Worley being an expert on talking about the healing. This girl, she's from Belgium. She wanted to talk about the healing, and she disclosed that Pierre Trudeau was one of her people that came across her line, some very famous politicians. But David wanted her to talk about the live ones. And she said she didn't know who they were until she saw them on the news when they died. She only knew them by their first name or their face. So he was challenging her.
Wow.
How could you not know who David Rockefeller is? She says, I only knew him as David. She's a child and she calls him David. And you go into what's called a Stockholm syndrome. I have Stockholm syndrome to a certain degree about your captors.
Yeah, like right now.
Yeah.
He's my captor. I mean, I'm his captor. So yeah,
No, I'm your
Stockholm.
infiltrator. I'm the infiltrator.
Oh, you're an infiltrator.
That's what the comment
I
said,
forgot.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Or I'm his captor. Either one. One of them.
whatever one.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. But for Stockholm syndrome, he said, well, you were able to talk about your mother selling you into that, and he says, well, because he got mad because she didn't want to expose him and be really hard on it. And I thought about how in this industry or this process, a lot of people do identify with their abuser. And she said that her David Rockefeller was more. She had more time with him and had more affection or aspects is why she was reserved more so about him than his mother. And I understand that. I know of children who, if you're only molested a few times, you will identify. This will become your hero, particularly if it's a coach. A lot of males that are molested, they will. Like I hate this. I don't want to talk about a family member, but they become their hero, and so therefore it makes them hard to call them out. They become the hero, and I think that's part of this Stockholm syndrome, or for me, it was early back then. But if people want to see a really compelling interview, it was November 25th. Patrick Bet David. It's gotten almost 1,400,000. The narrative is out there. We are turning the corner. I can see it. I'm beginning to feel it, even though I have good days and bad days. This validated to me that here we have somebody prominent in podcasting, and he wants more on that topic. So that we're turning the tables,
So that kind of goes into a topic I want to talk about, actually,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of patriot backstabbing, as people notice out there, a lot of people calling out other podcasters, so on and so forth. And if you watched me for a long time, I will show you markers of what to look for, but I'm not going to name names because we're adults here and we're supposed to learn discernment. This is a journey in discernment. And many people have stomped their feet and yelled, just tell me the name, Lewis. Tell me, who can I trust? I go, no, it's not up to me to tell you who you could trust. It's up to me to maybe educate you on things to look for.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a slew of podcasters now that are calling out a lot of other podcasters. Right. And that they're bad, they're evil. Now, here's the thing. Absolutely. I believe there are good people playing evil parts right now.
Yeah.
And there are evil people playing good parts right now.
Interesting.
And
I can see that.
I think that's going to be exposed naturally, and maybe somebody else will do it. But here's what I want to let everybody know. When there's also a syndrome that I've noticed, and I'm going to go into this and equate it to your story here, is when people are successful, you'll see this in a lot in families. Instead of people trying to climb the ladder or work hard to be where they are, and I'm not talking just financially, I'm talking, it could be emotionally, it could be their health. What they do is instead they spend the time trying to drag them down.
Yeah.
They pull them down back in. And this is, even in the animal kingdom, they've even shown this to be true. If an animal is better at something, the other animals attack them
It's kind of shunning.
often and pull them down to their. And I'm sure you guys have seen this in your family. I'm sure you've seen it in what you called friends. And then suddenly you notice they're not supporting you. The more successful you are, they're talking crap about you. So a lot of these podcasters are getting angry with this and they want to fight back. And you've seen normally I said, hey, I'll definitely go on and speak for myself, but I'm not going to go attack them. I'm not going to call anybody names. It's not necessary. In fact, you brought to my attention somebody else that's going after me this week. And what did I say to you? I go, I don't care. I said, you even were going to show me a video. And what was my response?
I don't care. I don't want to see it. Not interested.
Yep. Don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. And I think that shows more confidence in yourself. But so why am I saying this? One of the reasons I get a lot of these podcasters are very frustrated because they've done good work in the past and they've seen people, if you look at their numbers, just bypass them by hundreds of thousands sometimes. So I'm a victim of that for sure. I don't know many people that work harder than myself for we the people. And I'm not saying nobody does. I'm saying I don't know many that do with, the documentaries and the podcasts and the investigations and the digging and the interviews and so on and so forth and traveling all over the place. But it happens constantly. I know how hard I worked on Hurricane Hell, and now you have O'Keefe virtually saying the same things that I'm saying, and he's getting millions and millions of views. So I'm with Alan on this. Would it be nice if we could interview somebody like that, a lady like that, and so on and so forth? Yeah, but you know what? We need to look at the bigger picture. So I'm actually very happy that James O'Keefe is getting so many views because he's bringing attention to something that needs to bring
Yeah.
attention to.
Yeah.
This guy that he's talking about has a built-in platform, gets millions of views, I'm sure. Well, good, but instead of hating on these people, now, a lot of people just steal my stuff. I still don't even hate on them. I don't even call them out. I do have fun with them though in the background, and they know I know. But guys, I'm just saying, find the people that you feel like you can trust. I would recommend making that a very small group instead of getting so diverted, and then see what you can do personally in your hometown for We the People.
Yeah.
And that's just
Great idea.
just a recommendation.
It's a great idea.
That I have. And my wife even says, she goes, honey, don't do a hypocrite. You don't do much in your hometown. She's right. I don't. And it's because I travel so many times, and I get called to a situation. Like there's a situation in Maricopa County. So I go there. There's a situation in North Carolina, Tennessee,
Yeah.
Florida, Texas. So I go there. So it's a little
Your neighborhood's a little bigger.
Well, that's a good way of putting it. So I have a larger
community,
a reach. So therefore I go where I'm called, where I'm wanted. Right. But she's right. I need to spend more time in my hometown doing more work too, because I have to practice what I preach. Speaking of that, I keep telling everybody to get healthy. I'm telling you guys, I got another text message today. This is not able to see it on. There you go. This is Elixir by Serona. Go to serona.org. This is, I think, the best glutathione on the planet. The results I'm seeing and the comments that I'm getting are just blowing me away. So go to serona.org, and you can click on Lewis. You can click on Alan, and then get it today. So reasonable price. You just put the drops in, and
tastes good.
Yeah, and it does. It does taste
nice flavor.
It does taste good too.
Yeah.
So, would you like to spin the wheel, my friend?
We can spin the Verity Metals wheel. We're going to do some quirky questions today. Lighten things up. There might be one or two political questions.
Oh, and I see there's 2 silver coins on here too, y'all.
Yep.
All right. So for you that don't know, we spin the wheel, and then we have these numbers, and we'll go through the questions on here, which is a lot of fun. And if it goes on to the royal purple, are we satanic? I don't know. If it goes on the royal purple, you guys, somebody's going to win a coin. So you ready?
Absolutely. Spin that wheel.
Let's do it. Whoa. Well, it failed, but guess what? It landed on a silver coin, so we're going to have to give a silver coin out.
Excellent.
We're going to do them all at once. So I'm going to mark down, that's 1 silver coin, right?
Yep.
Can I write on this?
Yep.
Okay. 1 silver coin. All right, let's spin this again. Did I make it 2 times? Oh, I spun it the wrong way.
Direction.
All right, here we go. Wrong direction, Lewis. That's my nickname. Here we go. Oh, much better. Round and round it goes. Notice it's in Alan's face. That's not an accident.
No, that's on purpose.
I'm having fun.
Verity Metals.
Verity Metals sponsored this and gives away the free coins for us. Another coin.
Oh, nice.
Maybe this will just be coin day. There's 2 coins.
That's nice.
Y'all, 2 people are winning silver coins. We're going to have to figure out how to do this because we want to get everybody here live. But, it's not fair to the people that can't go live. Yeah. So we'll have to figure that out. Probably for next time. Sorry, those of you that are watching the recording. Round and round it goes. Where she stops,
nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I'll guess. You want me to do my psychic abilities?
Yeah, guess, since you can't see it.
Let's see. 7.
He says 7. He's close. 2.
Oh.
Okay. So the number is 2. All right. The question is, y'all having fun? Hope so. We're trying to have fun. Question. Well, now I haven't seen these ones.
This is for you.
Well, Alan wrote them down, but we could both answer. Yeah.
The random.
What would be your elevator pitch to aliens for why they should abduct you?
This came from
That is
from a
good.
series of questions that I researched online.
Well, let's.
Yeah.
How about you go first?
What would be my pitch?
This is Alan's elevator pitch to aliens for why they should
which
abduct
aliens
you.
do we got to figure out? Which
See, that's the
conspiracy?
first thing that came into my head. Are you good aliens or bad aliens? Right.
Are they Andromedans? You know, are they reptilian? You know, I got to pick my alien. Excuse me. I think I'm going to say I want a Pleiadian. The Pleiadians, I believe, are the ones that are in this zeitgeist of consciousness about off Earth, if it exists, or if it's off beyond the ice wall.
Oh, you just gave me an idea.
What?
How about in the future we start having a word of the day and see how many times we can enter into a conversation?
That would be interesting. And then
so in the zeitgeist,
and whoever guesses how many times it was used wins the coin from the comments after we close.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, we can do something like that. So I think I would. My pitch would be, get me the fuck out of here. Just look at what's going on. Take me to Atlantis right now.
Take me to Atlantis.
Show me the portal out of here. I don't know what my pitch would be. I would just beg. I'd get on my knees and beg, and just say, get me out of here. I would like to go to this imaginary Tartaria or Atlantis,
right.
That type of culture where life is going into the ascension that we allegedly are ascending to right now. Some higher frequency world, Well,
I like that.
I don't know what pitch I would give them, but
I don't know if mine's going to be exciting.
I might do an alien reach around. I don't know.
Hey, whoa, hey, wrong show, Alan.
So that's all a joke there.
God knows what you're reaching around.
I just want to get out of here,
right?
Like,
whatever it takes. So there'd be two scenarios. One, Alan made sure I knew that was a joke. He just said in my ear, that was a joke. I'm like, oh, what? Because I started to this is going into my next movie right there. Alien reach rounds right here. All right. So, Mezit Blue said, can you demonstrate that? No, he cannot while I'm around. I need like one of those aliens that's got, I can't remember what the alien is, just got the 10 hands octopus type alien, but I don't know, but he's now your best friend. Yeah. Okay, so two ones for, so if it's an evil alien, let's say it's a reptilian, right? My elevator pitch immediately would be, he tastes better. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Eat him first. You're quick. That's good. Now, if it's a good alien, now I have a different take on aliens than most people. I think if they exist, it's more of an inner Earth thing, or an outer Earth thing. What I mean by that is extraterra. But that being said, if I believe that they're benevolent, and I think that's important, I would say, take me with you, because I don't think there's a better representative of authenticity than I would be representing Earthlings, and will bring back the true story of what you're trying to accomplish. Interesting. My one of my contact sources just had a phone call with the guy who is the whistleblower on the UAPs and that was in Congress this week. So it's kind of interesting that more is coming out about this topic. And I asked him, I said, is this a part of disclosure? You think disclosure is coming? And he said he feels like that we're getting closer to disclosure. I didn't know if it was just some of them prepping us for Project Bluebeam or some other topics. But he feels like that we're getting close to disclosure of some element. So aliens might not be impossible one day. You never know. Or extraterrestrials. We'll see, right? That sounds fun. Extraterritorial. All right, here we go. Round face. Whoops, sorry. Ignore. There we go. Wait, we're having. Did you go the wrong way? No, I tightened it up with my hand on the back accidentally. Okay, here we go. There we go. Give some more silver away. Wow, did you hear what Alan said? He said, give some more silver away, and look what it, wow. We're giving 3 genuine 1 ounce silver coins, the real deal, not the fakies. These are not aluminum. These are the actual silver worth
And
good money. Like at now, it's got to be at least 35 bucks a piece or
nice.
something, right?
And atomic number 47.
Here we go. Spin again. Hey, if it's silver again, it's silver again. Matt, get your wallet out.
Uh-huh.
I know you guys are just coming here for the spin. And the winner is 10. Is that 10X?
Is it
Oh, no, X.
No,
Oh,
X says
that's
trending
right.
topics.
Trending topics. Here we go. Yeah, refresh X. I have it right here. Trending topics are.
I like the way you go right into Roman numerals, though.
Damn,
That was pretty,
of course.
You're like.
Valley High coach arrested for child abuse. I'll just say, well, that's good. RFK discusses. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. David Hodge.
He's back. Wow.
I mean, Adam Lanza eyes DNC vice chair position. Adam Lanza. I mean, David Hodge. I get them mixed up. I don't know why I get them mixed up all the time.
Wow. Yeah.
Why do I get them mixed up? You all know where I'm going with that. So yeah. David Hodge eyes DNC vice chair position.
You're kidding.
That's what it says.
So he's been being groomed for this role?
Well, yeah, clearly. And I think he'll probably be he says the vice chair position. So that means the chair position clearly will go to Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Right?
That's perfect.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
They're like reappearing right out of the zeitgeist of 4 years ago.
They're definitely coming into, like you say, the consciousness right now.
They are.
Which is very, very odd. So here's a guy that's done nothing to nothing, right?
Nothing, but just he was a figurehead for social media.
All he is a paid propagandist.
Yep, he was a false flag type propagandist.
Paid false flag propagandist.
Yep.
And so what do they want to do? They need to elevate him. Now, so I have questions for you. Yep. Do you think this is the white hats elevating him in order to bring this discussion to the forefront again?
Well,
or do you think it's the deep state just playing their shenanigans again?
I honestly think that the white hats are reminding people of what went on when they were asleep. So some of these characters are coming back out into consciousness, and it's allowing conversations to happen. Because we are getting, even some of these cabinet picks that may or may not make it, I think they're conversation topics. Because it's just who nominates a cabinet member who has all these topics in the media that's going to come up. So I think we're going through a review lesson, honestly, in my opinion. I think if David Hodge is coming back, Greta Thunberg, I think it's kind of review. We had the Hunter Biden review.
Well, that's a good,
Hunter Biden's back again.
It's kind
of like people have kind of gotten, they forgot. People were not awake or aware. Now that people are waking up with the sex abuse, some of these deep state topics, all these other things. So we're bringing back some of these false flag characters from the past, is my opinion, because I can't imagine him getting anything positive. I don't from the deep state. That's just my thoughts. I could go either way though, really. But it's
that's interesting actually. I could resonate with that.
Yeah.
I could resonate with that because it does seem like a lot of things are coming back into consciousness.
Yeah.
And like I was told 4 years ago now, you need in a few years put your film back out because it's just not, you're way too soon.
Yeah, exactly.
They're talking about 2020 vision and the deuterium film.
Sure.
So maybe you could be, I think you actually have something there. It makes sense that it's just time to put the stuff back in the consciousness. And I do notice
conversations
because I've been exploring social media more lately because my wife and my great web designer friend, marketing person, Lisa Richards, keeps saying, get my butt on to social media more. So I've been exploring it a lot more. And I can tell you that all these things that we revealed years ago are now getting 100,000, 500,000 views, like it's new information.
Exactly.
So maybe they know exactly it's time to get that stuff out.
The reason why I say that, look what's happened at Mar-a-Lago. We have Trudeau coming to Mar-a-Lago. We have Zuckerberg. We have all these characters that are, that are coming back and to have a conversation about them, and so I think that they're bringing out. It's just like what is old is new, to a lot of people who were asleep. A lot of people are unaware of what we were aware of 4 and 5 years ago. So it's kind of reintroducing these characters. So I think people who are content producers from 4 and 5 years ago, I'm seeing people getting huge reveals that I've never heard of before on content we did 4 and 5 years ago, and it's new to these people that were not that did not allow themselves. It was conspiracy to them before.
Mhm.
It was just out of their frequency in order to have any knowledge of it. So I think we're just we're having what was old is new again.
Yeah, that's interesting.
For us.
And what do we keep saying? They have to do everything twice also.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you guys know this is all spellcasting you're watching, right? On both
Yeah.
sides. I know it sounds very foreign to people, but that's the way it is. So here we go. Here's another one from X. And I warned you guys about this in a good way. So guess who's out there saying that President Trump should not get in trouble? He should be pardoned for anything, and any political witch hunt should be removed.
Who is it? I missed it.
It is Fetterman.
Ah.
Remember I said this about
Interesting.
AOC, that you're going to see AOC
Lurch.
may flip one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fetterman, this is like Fetterman 4.7. I don't know what number this guy
This is the casual guy who wears his
Yep.
flip-flops to
Yep.
Congress.
That's it.
Yeah.
So he was on Joy Behar, right? And he says, quotes, "Those kind of charges would have never been brought unless one side realized that they could weaponize that."
Mm.
She must have been dying, right? And then it says here, unbeknownst to Fetterman, he called out Behar to her face, condemning people who were gleeful to call Trump a convicted felon. So one of two things are happening here. By the way, the number two is happening a lot. I'll say that in a thing. So one is he's either controlled by the white hats, and he was a plant there to look like him. See, look at the type of buffoon that they could put
Makes sense.
into office, right, to make them look like just absolute knuckleheads. And now he's talking common sense.
Yeah.
That could be one. Or it could be two, which I think many are doing. I think many are afraid as hell about President Trump coming in, especially if they know they got in through a fake election, a fraudulent election. So I believe they are kissing up.
Well,
I think they're kissing the ring and seeing if it helps them whatsoever.
With Kash Patel coming in, all these people that have a hankering to get these deep staters, I think they are nervous as crap, to be honest with you.
I think they are nervous. So we'll see.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, well, good. They should be nervous.
I don't know. I sent you something about this great quote where there were some people sitting at the table with Trudeau and Trump, and there was a conversation about allegedly, to these two sources, where Trump said, Trudeau said, "You're going to kill us with these tariffs." And he says, "Well, this $100 billion you're costing us every year." He said, "How about we just make Canada the 51st state and you become the governor?" Which I love this fight back,
but there's also something to that, because if you look at some of the negotiations he did in his first term, you could see that leading to rolling Canada and Mexico into the United States.
Back just to tie in with that, I know it's a little off topic, but back to the original conversation we had about Pierre Trudeau. Pierre Trudeau came up in this podcast where he was a Satanist who wanted to have wet works with children. And this is out in the public domain now, even though, like we had mentioned, we think this is the Cuban biological child. But just that getting out into the public domain now, and him now going to Mar-a-Lago, this is putting all this consciousness is coming together in all different areas.
Yeah, but I think it's fascinating, right? We're gonna watch it. Okay, here we go. Spin again. And the winner is another
I
silver.
love it. This is Silver Day.
So, Verity Metals will be going bankrupt today.
Yeah.
There's four actual real silver coins. This is
And
awesome.
there's only two options on there. That's
I know.
yeah.
What are the odds,
What are
right?
the odds? Yeah.
Here we go. All right, number nine. What do we got here? Okay. The question is, you apply to be an Avenger, but get rejected because your superpower is kind of boring. What is your superpower?
Go.
My superpower that would be boring would be being able to eat anything on the planet without getting sick or fat.
Ah, got it. That's your superpower. That's very interesting.
My boring superpower. That's
boring,
not
yeah.
my exciting
Yeah.
superpower, because that's what the question said.
Interesting.
So what would be your boring
my
superpower
boring
that would get you rejected
think,
by the Avengers?
Probably I can explode pimples from a distance.
Oh,
You know? That's kind of boring, isn't it?
that might not get you rejected.
It's like,
That may be okay. So we're moving on quickly from that topic.
there we go.
That was funny. Spinning the wheel here. Three. All right. What do we got here? Three. Okay, let's go you first. What's the most embarrassing outfit you have ever worn? Now, I'm glad we're not asking Bruce Poppy this question.
Oh no.
What's the most embarrassing? Look at, he's turning red. And this is his question. Can you believe he set himself up like this? What's the most embarrassing outfit you've ever worn?
I picked this from a list of party questions, and it did come to me. I'm going to tell a very revealing story. When I was in college, I had gone out for Halloween, and I had worn this outfit that was like a wrestler. So I was in like a bathing suit, no shirt, etc. And I had ended up spending the night with a friend and had lost. So I didn't have any clothing, and I'd intended to go back to my dorm. I had to get on a metro bus and go to school with a Glad bag over me, with a Glad trash bag, going through business to Metro Atlanta, because I only had on a bathing suit, and shirtless, and it was like a wrestler bathing suit. And so wearing a Glad bag, that was my most
wearing a Glad bag,
a Glad trash bag over my so coming from Halloween, it was like pretty pathetic.
All right. Yeah. So my most embarrassing outfit I wore for half of the 80s, which would have been considered maybe in then, but now a neon bright half shirt with corduroy shorts.
Oh my God.
And a mullet.
Oh my God, that sounds like right.
There you go.
Do you have a picture of that?
Oh, I think I do have one actually. Yeah. I have
one. Pull that from the vault.
I have one with my shirt off with a Van Halen necklace.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
On here, and me playing air guitar. Hey, I had an 8-pack. Hey, that's
nice.
There's that, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a funny.
I had an 8-pack the night I went home in the trash bag.
Yeah, I bet you had more than an 8-pack.
I did. Yeah.
All right. So this is the last question, guys, and then we're going to finish up. You ready? God, this flew fast today, didn't it? Round and round the Verity Metal Wheels goes. Where she stops. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Number 2. Oh, we already did number 2, so I'll go down the list then.
I wish I could. There's a good question in there.
Since we already did number 2, I'm going to let Alan choose the question, because I hear in my ear, oh my God, I hope it's this one. I hope it's this one. So you pick the one that you want.
Okay.
And why?
I'm trying to get ratings. So, let's see.
Ratings.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather pee every time you laugh, or shart every time you sneeze?
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. You guys I'm going to repeat that one. Time to visualize. What a knucklehead. Would you rather pee every time you laugh or shart every time you sneeze?
That was in this list of things, and I said,
Okay. Well, I'll
I
answer.
wanted to see if I could get.
I'll answer first with a caveat. So for 50 years of my life, I always thought the word was shard with a D at the end.
Me too. Yeah.
And my wife kept saying shart, right? And I'm like, no, that's and I would argue and I had to be right. Turned out she was right. It's shard. So I've been saying it correctly for probably about 8-9 years now. I've been saying shard. Which makes more sense, I'm sure. So would I rather pee every time I laugh or shart every time I sneeze? Well, I laugh a lot more than I sneeze.
Yeah.
But I would still take laugh over that because at least I could just wear a diaper and not smell too bad.
Yeah.
But I definitely, either case, I would be wearing an adult diaper, I'll tell you.
Quirky questions.
By the way, I look hot in an adult diaper.
Oh, no, like these depends.
I am raging hot. The only problem is when I jump in the jacuzzi, they blow up like this. So I can't use them.
It's like Bounty.
So would Alan rather pee every time he laughs or shart?
I already do both. Every time so it's like, I'm over the 60 mark.
He laughs and sneezes at the same time. Pee shart.
Yeah. So I just qualify for that. It's not in the future. I don't get a choice.
That's fun. Well, you want to finish up with anything?
I can't think of anything right now. I'm really excited about where we're going with the reveals in the world. I really see that things are moving forward. A lot of people are having their ups and downs, adjusting to the energy and the changes and the post-election blues. These are some real things that people are having, and I'm optimistic now that this information is continuing about the children and the sex abuse and what they've done to individuals with the trauma, making them into spies, etc. This is something that's very real, and it's so foreign to the public out there. So I'm excited this information that Kathy O'Brien, Roseanne Barr, and Laura Worley have been talking about, and some of my own personal experiences. I'm glad to see that's out there. We're moving forward.
Cool. Yeah. So before we go to giving away the 4 silver coins, congratulations to the 4 ahead of time. So here's the new schedule coming up on this channel. By the way, we are going to be simulcast now on multiple channels. We're all over the place. Soon, my channels will be on Spotify and iPlay and you name it. So we're very excited about the growth of what we're going through right now. So, but here's how it's going to change. So unless something happens on Sundays and Mondays, you'll probably only see me on social media. I'm going to be taking Sunday and Mondays off. Those are great days to spend with my wife and to get a lot of work done because I'm now starting to write my series, Breaking Babylon, and that's going to be amazing. I'm very excited. Nice. Like real acting, I'm trying to get the funding for that. But anybody wants to fund something like that, I may do like crowdfunding. I don't know at the moment, but it's going to be expensive. So, but these are like real Netflix style series. Be amazing. And then so Sunday and Monday will be dedicated to that. If there is like breaking news, I might come on one of those days. Tuesdays will be fun. Tuesdays is going to be tinfoil hat Tuesdays, where either myself and a guest will be bringing big reveals. Like this week, it was Denise Stevens and breaking down big food and agriculture, right? The week before that, it was showing you how Trump's actually taking down the Khazarian mafia with a Trojan horse. So I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I'll have to work on it this weekend, but I'm sure it'll be awesome. Wednesdays, which I think you guys are going to love a lot. Wednesday is going to be We the People Wednesdays. And so what that means is I'll do the show. I'll take your questions. I'll do live questions. And if there's topics you want me to focus on, just let us know ahead of time, and I'll prepare some of those within the Wednesday show. So this is We the People Wednesday. It's all about you guys. And then Thursdays, of course, my buddy Alan will have Two Dudes Chillin'. And then Fridays, Robert and I are going to do a massive show Fridays. This will probably be the highest watch show that we have. And it's going to be weekly roundup. So we're going to go through everything that the week had to offer.
Nice.
And Robert and I are going to go into detail on Fridays about that.
That'll be really good.
And then Saturdays, it's going to be kind of like a wild card Saturday. I will probably have something every Saturday. We just don't know what at the moment. I believe I'll have this Saturday at 9 a.m. will be Matt Geiger and talking about the Ray Trump's taking down the cabal or something like that. We're going to go. It's going to be awesome. So guys,
what's a cabal?
What is a cabal, right?
We're going to discuss that. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? What is a cabal?
I guess it's that deep state. You know?
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. I think. Well, think cabal. Is it
Cabal.
CABAAL? Possibly.
Yep. So.
Think about it. That's who I think the cabal is. All right, guys. Let's get to the coinage right now. We're going to do a random generator of a number. You got it? Give me a second here.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, they would have reminded me. I'll tell you that. Okay. So let's go. We're going to go from 1 to 250. The 4 closest to this number will win. People are already putting in their numbers. Okay. You can only guess once, by the way, not twice. You'll be disqualified if you twice. So put it in the chat. Okay. We got our number. 1 to 250. Bum, bum, bum. Well, they're going to fly through here. So let's take one other X. Let's see what's trending on X while the numbers are coming through. I think that's hilarious that Fetterman is urging pardons for Trump and his team.
That's interesting.
That is awesome. We are in opposite world.
It's like it's going upside down.
Oh, my wife was telling me about a story. How about on Capitol Hill? I believe it was in the congressional building that men went into a bunch of men went into the women's restroom, and then they were protesting outside the restroom, demanding that they have access to the women's restroom.
You're kidding. Are these members of the...
I think they're probably just protesters.
Protesters.
Yeah.
That's got to be for attention. It's got to be just to bring the narrative out there because it's insane. It's insanity.
100%. The question is who's bringing the narrative. I even suggested to her, I think this could be a white hat move.
Just to get the topic out there?
Just to get the topic out there, and they'd say it's ludicrous.
It's the same thing that the liberals have been doing for us for every year before that. It'd be interesting that they flip the coin.
Well, remember we said, many people talk about the 20 more seconds to put numbers in, guys. Many people talk about the deep state not being smart.
Yeah.
And I've already disagreed with that.
They're very smart.
I say they're hyper intelligent. And I've said the way we're going to win this war is we're going to have to use the same tactics that they use.
Yep.
We just need to use it for good, not for evil.
Yep.
Which means so we're not going to suicide a bunch of people unless, of course, they're human traffickers
unless it's a judgment.
And pedos. I have no problem with that.
It's the military rules.
I know. I'll be on record here. So if I ever run for office, I don't care if you kill pedos. So I'm sure that's going to go viral one day. Anyways, the point being that I think they could be using the same tactics. So first thing that hit my mind is there's a bunch of at minimum conservatives that set up for these people to go in there and act like they're infiltrators. Yeah. They're acting like they really want to go in the restroom. Just to show how ludicrous it is.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you were a woman and 8 guys walked into your restroom? You would freak. I know if I was a woman, I'd freak out.
It was a counterbalance to that politician who was standing up against the, this narrative last week. There's so right now it is kind of crazy. You don't know where is it coming from? As the topics are out there, and it's we're getting flooded with these revisits of topics, and
Okay, so numbers have stopped. If for some reason I say numbers have stopped, and you hear that, just so you know, and you're still seeing you're still putting numbers in, you're probably have paused the show and you haven't caught up yet. I see that happen. Awesome. So the number was 228. So we're going to take the 4 closest to 228.
Excellent.
And I already saw 2 that I know are close. Okay. I know MZT Blue. Visit Blue. You're a winner. Silver coin. We've got oh, awesome. Buckshot's a winner.
Nice.
Buckshot, and that means also that Susan 378 would be a winner because they picked the same number. Susan 378. And so we need one more that's close, the closest to the number 228. I like that we did a higher number this time. Let's see what we got going on here. It looks like Raindrop 369, but I'm going to confirm. Oh, yep, Raindrop 369, but I'm going to confirm. Oh, nope, sorry, Raindrop, it wouldn't be
It's
you.
Chuck, right?
Because Chuckman 1 looks like closer. Yep, it is. Well, that's 16 away.
Did you get? I didn't hear the name. There was one.
Yeah, it's Chuckman 1.
You got the Matt's Buller.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
Chuckman 1, you are the other winner. Congratulations. So the 4 of you need to do, I always tell people they're accountable for their own results. You have to email me at screwbiggov@protonmail.com. Screwbiggov@protonmail.com. I'm sure somebody will put it in the chat. Screwbiggov@protonmail.com. Just say, I'm a winner. Boom. Make sure you put your name and address in there, and we'll send you the silver coin right away. And also put your screen name in there too, so we recognize you, because I write them down now because somebody's already trying to take advantage of me. And I caught them before.
Interesting.
So, guys, I think that about does it. Congratulations to all the winners. God bless everybody here. Have a phenomenal weekend. I think I'm probably going to be up. We'll do something with Matt on Friday or Saturday, but you guys have a great weekend. My wife and I will be flying out, so we're going to be heading over to Florida.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be in Florida for about 9 days, but I will continue to do the programs as I have committed to do. And that includes Alan. The difference is Alan, it'll be more like a Zoom call on that one.
And I'll raise up the maturity level a little next week.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, exactly.
This was quirky day.
Yeah, no more poo-poo jokes.
No more poo-poo jokes. That was the category that came up when I checked them today.
No worries. Yeah. All right, guys. Bless you. Have a great weekend. If we don't see you before that, and we've got this, folks. You know what? We got the right guy in office right now, in my opinion. And now it is time for, again, we the people to do the work, and you can do that locally or help out. If you can still help out, I can tell you, I just got another request for a bunch of stuff from hurricane victims in North Carolina and Tennessee. So you can go to hurricanehell.com to watch that film, hurricanehell.com. Or if you want to be a volunteer or sponsor somebody or offer some items or make a donation, just go to hurricanehell.com. We will not forget about these folks. They are suffering over there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work with some people within the Trump administration to really get the word out. So I'll let you know how that goes probably in a couple of weeks. All right. God bless everybody. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today.
where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
Am I the only one willing to bleed? Take a bullet for being free. Screaming what the hell at my TV for telling me, yeah, you're telling me that I'm the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue. Burning on the ground, another statue coming down in a town near you. Watching the threads of old glory come undone. Am I the only one?
One day, one day, one day, one day, I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Everybody, we are taking our country back.